Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Almost 24 hours later, I thought I would believe this news more, but nah, nothing has changed. I'm still in utter shock that Eberechi Eze will be an Arsenal player out of nowhere. David Austin confirming the news yesterday, and today Fabrizio Romano has now given us details on the medical. So this is what he's had to say. Eberechi Eze's medical at Arsenal has been booked from Friday after tonight's game with Crystal Palace. So for Friday, I guess he meant to say. So the medical will be done tomorrow. I wouldn't expect him to be in the squad to face Leeds, especially if he plays tonight in the Conference League for Crystal Palace. But hey, not in a rush. He's probably going to make his debut next week against Liverpool. Depends on how quickly he wants to, get into the team and all that. One thing he doesn't have to do is to adapt to the English game or, adapt to the London weather or anything or any of those sorts. Nothing like that. He's been in London for many years now. He's been at Crystal Palace for many years. He understands the league already. He's played against these teams before many times. So the medical will be done on Friday. I mean, I remember we got the Gyökeres medical done and the announcement on the same day. Could it be the same thing with Eze? Maybe. I'm not sure they're going to be in a rush that much, especially because I think you have to complete the medical and I think for the details and everything else to the FA if you want him to play in the Saturday game. I think by 12 p.m. on the Friday. So I think that is a little bit too hard. So I would still expect him to make his debut the following week against Liverpool. But either way, we are still getting a player that is going to change our lives completely, just like Victor Gyökeres did. A player who's going to create chances for players like Gyökeres, a player who's going to help us in transitions, a player who's going to revive our left side of the pitch, give competition to Odegaard, give competition to Nwaneri, give competition to Martinelli. This is a player who's going to help us break down those low blocks that we usually fail to break down. The Evertons at home and the West Hams at home and Fulham's at home, all those teams that usually struggle. Eze is going to change that, man. I absolutely love this picture of Thomas Frank having his Eze kit at the back with the Tottenham and Eze and Atta smiling at the Arsenal one. Absolutely love that picture. That's from BR Football. Absolutely love it. I'm still not yet fully recovered, so struggling a little bit to talk. But hey, this Eze one has really given me energy. This Eze deal has given me a lot of energy. So Fabrizio has confirmed that. And then this also came from Ben Jacobs. He says Eberechi Eze expected to undergo his Arsenal medical on Friday ahead of his 60 million plus add-ons transfer to Arsenal. The add-ons are 7.5 million. Set to be in the Palace squad for tonight's Conference League game against Fredrikstad before formalizing the move. Now, I'm just hearing over the last few minutes he might not even play in that game, so we'll confirm it very soon. But from what we've been told, he's going to play in that game. But recently, in the last 30 minutes, we are hearing he might not actually play because risks of injury and the deal has already been agreed. For Crystal Palace, at 68 million is a lot of money. Do they want to risk injury? It's a very important competition for them. They definitely want to be in it next season, so they have to try and qualify. But I mean, the team that they're playing, you would still expect Crystal Palace to win that game easily, even without Eze. But let's see what happens. But Ben Jacobs has also confirmed that medical will be done tomorrow ahead of a 60 million plus add-ons move. So both of them have confirmed it. Medical will be done on Friday. Let's go to this one. This from Hand of Arsenal. So Hand of Arsenal gave us some details yesterday. We'll go through all of them, but here he says the plan is for Eze to complete his medical this week. So I think that is going to be done this week as well. By Saturday, I'd say. I think he'll be announced as an Arsenal player over the weekend and then makes his debut against Liverpool. Andrea Berta made the call and Eze ordered his agents to cut all communication with the scam. Fantastic. Parish out today, enjoying a casual shopping day. He has been left astounded by how fast Andreas completed this hijack. Yeah, that is why, when I was reading comments about people saying Andrea Berta has done terrible business before the end of the transfer window, nah, you wait for the end of the transfer window because he's been at Arsenal for like 4 months. So you wait to see how he operates. Maybe that is how he operates. Maybe you're going to hear, a player is completely joining this other team and then, he jumps in last minute. that is how he works. That's absolutely fine as long as we end up getting the player. He's done an incredible job. On top of that, remember, Real Madrid were trying to get Zubimendi deal done. We ended up getting it in installments. Remember, Valencia were trying to offer Mosquera a new contract. Nope, we still ended up getting the player as well. Remember, Sporting were completely not letting Gyökeres go. We still didn't end up paying everything that Sporting wanted us to pay. There was rumors at the end that he could go to Man United to his former coach. No, we still ended up getting the player. Managed to get Nogard for only 10 million. All those deals have been very, very, very good. And now, if you top that up with obviously the Eze deal on top of that too, Tottenham basically had gotten him through the door. Tottenham fans already making lineups with Eze in them. Now, he's actually going to join Arsenal. Josh Kroenke greenlight the deal today. I had that because Josh Kroenke was in London for the PFA Awards. It was an easier deal to do because Josh Kroenke was there. Ateta and Andrea Bata both talked to him, and they both pitched the idea of Eze coming to Arsenal, and he agreed, and that is why the deal has been done as quickly as possible. So that helps as well. That is everything that you're talking about is for sure divine intervention. I actually agree. Like all these things about Crystal Palace having a game on Thursday and Tottenham's deal being delayed and Josh Kroenke all of a sudden being in London. At the same time, you're trying to get Eze. I think Tim Lewis being friends with Steve Parish from Crystal Palace. All these things are absolutely fantastic. Eze currently at a New Balance event while his agent is closing final details with Andrea Bata. So Eze was at the event yesterday, and Andrea Bata was closing the deal with the agent. Now there's pictures of yesterday. There was an open training session, Arsenal open training session, and there was a picture of Andrea Bata in the sidelines, talking on the phone throughout. And he was actually trying to get this deal done for sure because he was on the phone for a long time, walking around the stadium. He was for sure trying to finalize this deal yesterday. So again, you never know, how the deals are done. As long as they're done, it's very interesting. I would like to be part of that for even one transfer and just see what happens. How often do they receive calls? Do they, leave meetings and other things just to pick up calls to try and get these deals done? Fantastic, man. Hand of Arsenal also says the plan is for Eze to complete his medical this week, and then Judge Andrea Bata when the window closes, not a minute before exactly. When the news came out of Trossard signing a new contract, people already overreacted. Like, we're not going to sign a new one. What are we doing? No one say that. Who knows? Right now, I can't even say that Arsenal are not going to sign any other player. I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe we've not heard about any that player. Maybe you've heard about them, and they're going to end up signing them at the end of the transfer window on deadline day. Who knows? Let's just wait and see. As of now, anyway, I'm still very, very happy with this transfer window already. On top of that, if you add the new contracts we've given to Gabriel and Nwaneri, and also Lewis Kelly, now Trossard, I think it's close to a 10 out of 10 transfer window. This update as well from David Dunstan. Eberechi Eze's preference was always, if possible, to join Arsenal. From what I hear in multiple conversations, he was asking people over a long period of time, are Arsenal there? Does Arteta want me? He was pushing teammates to explore the situation. Does Arteta want me? He wanted to join Arsenal, just like Victor Gyökeres. Absolutely fantastic. A true Arsenal player, true Arsenal boy. Once a Ghana, always a Ghana. That is the question he has been asking, despite Tottenham wanting to get him and thinking they're going to get him. And myself as well, I thought, listen, yes, he's an Arsenal fan, he's all that, but if you're not making a move for him, this is an opportunity to just come up for him. He can play in the Champions League. He can go and play and compete in the top six teams. An opportunity for him to start there. He's probably going to be on good wages, better than what he was in at Crystal Palace. So I was like, yeah, I mean, he's going to make the move. Why not? I never thought he was actually going to, things were actually going to change and for him to come to Arsenal. Man, this is crazy, man. We really needed this player and we are getting him. That's absolutely fantastic, man. You guys, I don't even have to explain to you guys how much you needed this player. We truly needed him and we are actually getting him. That is, I'm over the moon with that. This one from John Cross of the Mirror. He says those around Eberechi Eze insist that even when he was close to joining Tottenham, he had his heart set on Arsenal. He's coming home. He's coming home. Eze is coming home. Fantastic, man. He wanted to join Arsenal. He did not want to go to any other team, not Tottenham for sure. He only wanted to come to Arsenal. And that, again, maybe that is why the deal has happened, because we're hearing that, Crystal Palace were delaying it, knowing that Arsenal are going to come back for him. Eze kept on asking, Arsenal coming back for me? Is Ateta coming back to sign me? Is he interested in getting me? All those really help a team to sign a player, as we've seen with Victor Gyökeres. If a player really wants to join you, it helps everything that you're trying to do, because if a player is happy to join whichever team, then it's a bidding war. This time we've not really been involved in any bidding wars. Gyökeres wanted to join Arsenal, Eze wanted to join Arsenal, Mosquera wanted to join Arsenal, Kepa was very happy to come and join Arsenal and compete with David Raya. Nogard was very happy to join Arsenal, and he was crying in his in the car when he was being taken to London Colney. He was absolutely happy. Madueke left Chelsea in the Club World Cup and traveled back to England just to join Arsenal. And who else am I forgetting? Definitely forgetting someone. Why am I forgetting? Why am I forgetting? But most of them, yeah, Kepa, Nogard, Zubimendi as well. Zubimendi, I mean, for Zubimendi was a little bit. Zubimendi signed him a long time ago, but yeah, even with him, Real Madrid wanted him last minute. I think in his interview he said, he spoke to Ateta, he spoke to Andrea Bata, he liked the project, and he did not choose to go to Liverpool, did not choose to go to Real Madrid. We had that the previous transfer window, there was rumors about Ateta telling Zubimendi not to join Liverpool. He's going to come back for him the next year. Fantastic, man. We are not involved in any bidding wars. There was talks about these players joining other teams, but we were always comfortable in terms of getting them, even if it meant hijacking in the last minute. This one as well. This one is from Miguel Delaney. He says Crystal Palace chairman Steve Parish and Arsenal vice chairman Tim Lewis have a close relationship, even if they often bicker. They WhatsApp a lot after regulations and other in-game issues. That helps negotiations, especially given their earlier agreement. So Steve Parish and the Arsenal vice chairman, there. They get along well. They get along well, and Andrea Bat is a very good. That's part of the Arsenal board. The three guys there, fantastic the way they got the deals done. And it's not just Andrea Batters getting the deals done. I mean, it's the one who's working on them most of the time, but there's a lot of other people involved. Like in this one, it helps that our vice chairman is friends with the Crystal Palace chairman, and he's done us a huge favor there, potentially delaying that deal to Tottenham, knowing that this player would want to join us, knowing that Arsenal would come back for him. It has helped the situation for sure. It has definitely helped the situation. Actually, in that tweet that they've quoted, Miguel Delaney also said that the Independent can now reveal that Arsenal had actually struck the principles of an agreement with Crystal Palace for Eberechi Eze as early as the morning of Sunday. So this has been kept secret. If a deal had been agreed on Sunday, 10th of August, that means that was way before Havertz injury. That was way before the season had started, like a week before. So was Eze signed because of the Havertz injury, or was it always the plan to sign him? Maybe you're going to wait a little bit, and now that Havertz is injured, we had to rush it. I don't know. I would like to ask Andrea Bata that question, but hey, the important thing is that Havertz recovers as quickly as possible, and the important thing is that Eze joins us as soon as possible, and he makes that debut, because we really need him on that left side. We really need him to add to our attacking potential. He's a Premier League experienced player, double-figure goals and assists last season. He's always scored double-figure goals in every season over the last 3-4 years. Very, very good numbers. So absolutely excited, man. Eberechi has a medical booked. He'll be undergoing his medical on Friday. There's rumors that he might not even play for Crystal Palace tonight. Let's hope that is the case. Let's hope that he ends up joining us. But great business with Crystal Palace. We've now, I think, worked with them for Nketiah recently, and now Eberechi Eze, so that is a good relationship going. There obviously, and let's not forget players like Ian Wright back in the day. I think even Holding moved from Arsenal to there. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one. I'm still buzzing.